Hey guys, welcome back to the Frugal Life with Mercedes. I am Mercedes. Today I am going on a mini road trip with Mark. We are going to Lexington, Virginia. I have never been before. As you guys know, Mark sells cars and occasionally he has to drive those vehicles to the customer. And if he does it on a weekend, then I usually go with him if it's a place that I want to go. Most of the time it's not a place I want to go. But I've always wanted to go to Lexington, Virginia. It's very historical. And yeah, so today is Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to everybody that is a mother, or I always say is a female, because we all are a mother to somebody. And so that's basically what we're doing today. I went to Walmart this morning and got some really great Ibotta deals. I will put that video out for you guys this week. I'm not sure when. And I just wanted to show you guys. I'm not going to do a whole vlog. We've already been on the road for about an hour. We've got about another hour and a half or so till we get there. And I know you guys really like vlog type videos, and they're just kind of out of my comfort zone. A lot of places I go, I can't really film because I can't film at work, and I can't really go to the film at the store and all that kind of stuff. What are you smirking about over there?
You just said a lot of places I go, I can't film. Like, what kind of seedy places are we going?
I can't film at work, and I can't film at the store because they have policies against that. So where else do I go?
I don't know.
Fine, you do vlogs at work on your car customers and see how much they like it.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Well, he actually does. Mark does film his customers for his Instagram. So, but anyway, I don't go to seedy places. Leave me alone. So, you know, I do film sometimes when I'm at my parents' house. But if my niece and nephew are there, I don't usually film just because, you know, my sister doesn't want the babies on my channel, which I can completely understand that. But one of my brother Logan, he's really been interested in being on my channel. So I wanted to talk to my mom about it, and I'm not really sure what him and I are going to do, but I think we're going to do some sort of video together. He really wants to be my assistant for the frugal life, as he says. So anyway, anything you want to say, Mark?
No, I have a lot of fun when she's with me. Keeps me going the speed limit, which is important. You got to drive safe. Because if I was on my own, I do have kind of a lead foot. It's gotten me in trouble in the past.
Didn't it get you in trouble just last week?
It did. I got busted in New York.
Well, so he was delivering a car in New York with a coworker.
Right.
And it was his turn to drive. So you got the actual ticket in New York?
Yeah, I got the ticket in New York.
Upstate New York.
Upstate New York, right. Yeah, upstate New York. And I hear they're unforgiving. So, but apparently New York, you have to mail it in. You know, like here in Virginia, they'll tell you straight up, all right, this is what your ticket is.
Yeah, like when you get the ticket, they say it's $100 or what, you know, there is no mystery to it.
Right. So this guy says, cop was very nice, by the way, but he just said, here's your ticket, mail it in, and they're going to do an investigation and send you a bill. And I was like, oh, okay.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, so I was thinking, what if I don't fill it out? What happens then? But I'm not going to do that.
Well, I wonder what they mean by investigation, like maybe check out the traffic cameras, or...
I don't know. I have no idea. We'll find out, though, I guess. And you do have to check the box guilty or not guilty, and I really don't want to go to New York for court, so I think I'm just going to say guilty.
Oh, so you have to say, they actually ask you if you think you're guilty or not guilty.
Right.
Because they don't do that in Virginia. They just hand you a ticket, and if you want to fight it, you have to go to court and then say not guilty, but you're going to have to pay either way. Like, even if you say I'm not guilty, even if you got a lawyer, there's still, like, if a cop says that you were speeding or whatever. So maybe they've had a lot of drama with that in New York City, or I don't know. It's funny that different states do things differently. And I have a lot of subscribers that are actually from foreign countries. Like, you know, I have a lot of subscribers from Europe, so I don't know how they do it there, but like, we live in Virginia, and just going to West Virginia, which, depending upon what town you're in, West Virginia is only 15 minutes away, and then in other places it's a couple hours away, depending upon where you're at. And the rules there are a lot different than they are here, because I lived there, and Mark's lived in California, and I've also lived in Ohio, and so it's just, we just like to see what the differences are between all the places. And
yeah, we were just talking about, so I went to California a couple weeks ago to go see some family, unfortunately, for a funeral. But I was telling Mercedes, like, driving here, you know, we can appreciate the Shenandoah Valley and how beautiful it is, you know, seeing the mountain range. And when I was driving out there in LA County, it was, you know, you don't see anything. It's just clear sky, no clouds, and it's kind of intimidating. It's almost like when you go to the beach and all you see is water, just straight ocean, and it goes on forever. But here, like I was telling her, I guess it's something you can only really appreciate once you've experienced. But I guess, like I said, I've gotten used to seeing mountain ranges, and it takes up half the sky, and then
yeah, because we're
clouds,
just in the valley,
you know?
so
Right.
It's like
Mountain range clouds,
everywhere.
that's it. But over there, it's just like clear, open sky, and like I said, it's kind of intimidating. It wasn't. It made me feel really small, and appreciate how big everything is around me.
Yeah. I mean, but we have a lot of rivers here and lakes and all that kind of stuff. And because I grew up in Ohio, I was, you know, right by Lake Erie. You know, we learn about the Great Lakes and all that. Versus here in Virginia, they don't teach you about the Great Lakes. You know, when they teach you Virginia geography and all that kind of stuff. So it's just interesting, all the differences. But you grew up in Pasadena.
Yeah, Pasadena. But it's funny you say the Great Lakes, because I lived in Minnesota for about 3 years.
I forgot that he lived in Minnesota when he was a boy.
Right, and it was the same thing. You know, we learned about the Great Lakes over there, and like here, nobody cares about them.
No. Yeah, I always forget that he did. So, yeah, because I've told you guys that him and I met in 5th grade. So he was born in California, I was born in Ohio, and then you guys were in Virginia and then Minnesota?
Correct.
Yeah, so they moved to Virginia, then Minnesota, then back to Virginia. And then that's when we met.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
In 01, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it?
Nope, 02.
Wait.
It was 02.
Well, I moved to Virginia in 01.
Because I moved in January of 02. You were in late 01.
Yeah, I moved to the area over that spring, because we didn't move to my parents' house in the other town till November. Wait, no. No, because Amanda wasn't born until February of 02, and we already lived in our house.
Yeah.
So you and I met in 01.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So my parents built a house, and we moved into the house in November. Oh, no, we did meet in 02, because I forgot that you lived in that other county. I keep thinking that you were at the other place.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that. So I moved to the area in November of 01. He moved to the area in January of 02. And then we danced at the 5th grade dance like May of 02.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I don't really remember it that much.
Yeah, she had all the boys after her.
I did not. Well, okay, yeah, I did. They all wanted to dance with me. But that was because the other girls didn't want to dance. And I was like, we're at the 5th grade dance. I want to dance.
Right.
So, anyway, guys, so I'm going to show you guys some of the scenery and different things. And I hope that you guys enjoy, because I get a lot of requests for vlog-type videos. So, yes. So, Mark and I were talking about there's this big plantation, and across from it is a factory, and they do what is it, like medical supplies?
Yeah, medical supplies.
Yeah. So we're not going to say the name of the company,
Right.
and Mark used to work there many years ago, And the battlefield does a reenactment every October, and Mark was saying that supposedly that factory is haunted.
Yeah.
So you were saying that
Yeah, supposedly around the time when they do the reenactments, you'd get, coworkers saying that, the story would come out. Like, did you know that it's haunted here? They would say that at night you could see, men dressed in like Civil War attire, and but I never saw it.
But you didn't work there very long anyway.
No.
But your brother worked there.
Yeah, my brother worked there
for years, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I never asked him about it.
You should.
I will.
Yeah. Well, his brother's, what is he, a chemist?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mark worked in the factory part, and his brother, and that was, I don't know, 10 years ago, 8 years ago, whatever it was. And his brother worked there as a chemist up until recently. And well, it's funny because the town that I grew up in actually has a ghost walk every fall, and we have this hotel in the town I grew up in, and it was used as a field hospital, and so was, I think high up generals and stuff stayed there because it's a pretty fancy hotel. But then there's a church that's right down the road, and that was a field hospital. And then you go down the road a little bit more, and there's my high school, and right across from my high school is a big cemetery, and it's mostly Civil War markers. And there's like this big monument that actually is dedicated to all the people from that area that had passed away during the Civil War. And there is a movie about my town, like a documentary, the town that I grew up in, and I watched it one time, and they were just talking about the history of the town, but then they do a little part where they talk about the Civil War and the ghosts. And so I'm watching it, and then there is one of my substitute teachers, and he's sitting there talking about how he would walk his dogs at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning down Main Street, and he would walk past that hotel, and he swears up and down that he saw men in Civil War garb. But this, I mean, I'm not saying ghosts are real or not real, but I've never seen that before. But this particular teacher was very unique, and I was like, what was he doing walking his dog down Main Street at 3 o'clock in the morning? But anyway, I've never seen it before. But I have done the ghost tour one time, because there's a lot of houses in the town that I grew up in that are associated with the Civil War. And there was another house, so they take you to all these old Victorian houses that are in the town. And there was another one where there was like, the original house was set on fire, I think by the Union Army. I don't remember exactly. But the basement is still the original. And so it's pretty cool. I only went to the ghost walk the one time, but I would totally go again. I thought it was really interesting. But yeah, lots of Civil War history around here. We've got lots of battlefields, and we were also talking about how there's a lot of presidents that are from the Virginia area, and I didn't realize that Woodrow Wilson is actually from Stanton, Virginia. And there is a really cool museum. It's the Frontier Culture Museum in Stanton, Virginia. I've been there before. I went in high school because I took a class. I was telling Mark that I took a class in high school where we studied basically exterior design, and we learned about different designs of homes and how they evolve over time. And so the Frontier Museum, if you guys ever come to Stanton, Virginia, there's not really much here, but that museum is really cool, and it actually has houses. It's similar to Colonial Williamsburg, but not as big, and not as much to see. but it's actually pretty cool, and they've got the houses set up so that you can see how they lived. And when I went, of course, this was, I guess I would have been a senior in high school, so 11 years ago, yeah, 10, 11 years ago, they had like the reenactors and all that kind of stuff, so it was pretty cool, that's for sure. But that's basically what we were talking about, how historical it is, and yeah. We're just driving through Main Street in Lexington, and we are going to go have some lunch. Where's the place that we're going?
Pure Eats.
Pure Eats.
It's 107 North Main Street.
Well, I've never been there.
Okay. We're going to check it out, though. I wonder if they're going to have parking on the street.
I don't know.
Or parking lot. Because this thing's huge.
I really don't know. Luckily, I don't mind walking, so.
Mm-hmm.
But there's lots of parking here
Mm-hmm.
versus over the other way there wasn't so much.
Right.
It's super cute. Look at that red door.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just at the restaurant waiting for our food, but I figured I would show you guys. So there's inside and outside seating, and we decided to sit outside since it's pretty nice today. So here is mine. I got some fried pickle chips, and I got a burger, and then Mark got onion rings and a burger. His, of course, has avocado and egg and a bunch of stuff on it. Mine is more classic.
And a bunch of stuff on it. It
Well,
just has jalapenos.
well, I don't eat jalapenos or avocados, but the egg, I would do an egg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to try it.
We'll get eaten then.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you got a milkshake, too.
I did. Oreo milkshake. I'll try that first.
Cookies and cream, sir.
You want to take the first sip?
Well, I gotta take my retainers out first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I will.
All right, you got it, boss.
So that was my trip to Lexington. Sorry I didn't get too much footage. I didn't really want to film the scenery too much on the ride just because it was kind of bumpy. But I hope that you guys enjoyed watching me go on the day trip, and we had a lot of fun, and it was much needed to get out of town and just kind of go out and see a new town, and the food was really good and the company was really good. So please consider subscribing to my channel. If you did not know, I have an Instagram, The Frugal Life with Mercedes. And until next time, guys, bye.